Hi trainers, back with another video. So honestly, with this Jungle Cup, I am having a tough time. Um, I'm definitely losing more than I'm winning, and getting wrecked by a few trainers, as you'll see in this next video. But in saying that, you win and you lose, or you can look at it as you win and you learn. So watching these videos, I can see where I can improve and also what charge attacks I can actually take. I see that I wish I had legacy movesets on a few Pokemon because they really do help the matchups. And then I also noticed a really good electric type that my opponent used on me that changed the game around. So let's get into the battles. So my first matchup is with Cody, and I felt that he won the lead matchup. So I did want to first check how much confusion it takes, so I wasn't too sure, and I didn't know how this matchup would end up. As you see on the side, if I had to use 2 shields and he used 1, then we would have had a simultaneous knockout. So maybe I should have gone for that. Anyway, I switch into my Venusaur and I soak up his discharge. And he does a really good switch and goes into his Venomoth. So there's nothing I can really do but just tap for the best. Till I get to that Frenzy Plant, but it's not going to do much damage to him at all. So coming into this next matchup, I wait out the switch clock a bit, and then I'm going to have to bring in my Noctowl. Again, I don't know how much Silver Wind actually did to Noctowl, so I had to sim it afterwards and actually see. So I think I could have saved that shield for later on. I definitely wasted that shield there. So I carry on trying to farm up energy on him, and he gets to a Poison Fang. So that is awesome to have a legacy moveset that you can actually get to a bit sooner to chip away the damage just before. So basically whatever comes in can literally farm off me now, but I do get the Sky Attack off. So he gets Fast Move off, and I bring in my Venomoth. So my next objective is to not lose with him having 2 shields. So I feel like I won that one. I'm really glad he didn't win with 2 shields and 2 Pokemon. So I got to take small victories there. That was GG's to Cody. Okay, next matchup, I lead with Vig, and he gets me again on the lead. So I try to get out there. Oh wait, I don't try to get out there. I do go for the overcharge on Body Slam. I know I do need to shield this up. And it's a Poison Fang, so his shield betted me nicely there. And I go for the Body Slam and he shields. So I will be able to get a second Body Slam off. But because he has shields, I won't have enough to take him out. I did try a switch there and it didn't work, so I just carried on tapping for my counters. And I use my shield and I get the Body Slam off. He still has another shield, so this can be a winning matchup for him, and he does shield. And he takes me out. So I do bring in my Venomoth to soak up any charge attack that he does do. And I get to farm off a little bit off him. So I'm not too sure what he has in the back. And he has a Magneton. So I did struggle with the switch again there, but that's because the confusion animation takes so long. And this should be a winning matchup for me. But as you're going to see in a little bit, without shields, it is not a winning matchup because he flash cannons me to death. And that was a really good play on him. My Venomoth comes in, and I do have a charge attack. And this is a counter to Vigoroth, but I do need shields to win this matchup. And I'm just too low on energy, too low on health. And he will take this one again. So, GG's, Cody. Okay, third matchup with the Spanian cookie, Mr. Cody. I lead with Venusaur, and what does he get again? The lead matchup. So I need to get out of here and fast, but I do want to charge up a little bit of energy before, and I get into my Noctowl. which allows him to get into his Magneton again. So I go for the Psychic to try to chunk away as much damage as possible before he faints me out. I do let this one come through because I want to keep my shields for later. So I bring in my Venusaur with a Frenzy Plant. So now this time I thought I was ready for this Flash Cannon that was going to come. I knew that I needed to shield up because that eats at my health, and he does do a Flash Cannon. So I'm not too sure how many fast attacks it takes to get there, so I will have to check that out. But yeah, I shielded for no reason there. So I do undercharge on that just so I can get a few more Frenzy Plants in. So I'm one Final away, but he has a charged up Heracross, so that was good for him. So my Venomoth comes in and almost faints his Heracross, but yeah, he is up one shield and he has a Vig again in the back, which means good game, Cody. So I'm just going to take a Body Slam to the face here, and that'll finish it off for us. Okay, match number 3. Oh wait, sorry, this is actually my next matchup is Shape Mr. Gavin. So let's see how this goes. So I do lead with Noctowl into his Victory Ball, and I actually get the lead matchup. So this should actually do well for me. But I do not have a counter for his flyer, his Noctowl. So hindsight, I probably should have went to the Venusaur. Just because with shields, I can take it down pretty low. And keep this Noctowl for anything in the back. But I do decide to go for the piggyback matchup to try win this with lowered health but have the energy gain. So I do take this Noctowl down, and he brings in his Vig, so I get the Sky Attack off. I should have switched out there and kept that Sky Attack for later, but I didn't want to give up switch advantage. So what do I bring in now? I bring in my Venusaur because he still has shields, so I do want to take it down. Hindsight, I should have bring in my Venomoth because I only need to use one shield basically to try to take him down or to get him very low. They would have had Venusaur in the back to farm up some energy for whatever's in the back. So he actually takes this matchup. My counter against his Vig gets countered by his Vigoroth. So that was good to Gavin there. And I get greedy with the power here, and he takes me down. So tip number 1, do not get greedy because those counters charge up that Body Slam super quick. So I hope you learned something from that one. I definitely did, that I am super greedy with my energy. And it really is the death to me in these matches. Jungle Cup, you definitely can't be too greedy with trying to charge up for the next Pokemon. But I had to go for it. It was all or nothing, and I was counting the counters, but I just miscalculated there. So I lose this lead matchup, and I need to switch out, and I go to my Venusaur. So he does switch, and he goes into his Vig, so that was surprising to me. I'm guessing he went into Vig because he smashed me the last time with it. But I do have shields this time, so I should be able to take him down. So I get my Frenzy Plant off. Vigoroth does need to use shields, and he does. So I am gonna send out a Frenzy Plant again. Not a Frenzy Plant, sorry, a Sludge Bomb. And that hits super hard. So he brings in his Victory Bell. So I do need to get to the Sludge Bomb to put a little bit of a dent in it. Good. And I just try to take off any other energy that I can. So I do come in with my Noctowl to soak up a Leaf Blade. I was hoping it was a Leaf Blade and not a Sludge Bomb. And he brings in his Graveler. So I did not have a counter for this, and I got no more shields. So he basically can just take me down with his 1-mon, and that'll be good games to him. I am trying to hit my charge attack there, but nothing is happening. Those confusions take really long. The animation takes really long to finish, and no matter how hard you tap your screen, it does not go. So 5 losses so far. Let's see if I can get something in. See, as I said, this cup is wrecking me. It's definitely going to be a lot more practice battles coming up on the channel. Learn from my mistakes, and yeah, hopefully I can develop a strategy that I'm not going to lose every single time. Cool, he's taking a little while to choose his team here. Okay, so it's Vig versus Lantern. So this is a positive matchup for me. I'm glad I got the lead because I actually do need a win. So he is going to switch out and he goes into Noctowl. So I do not have an amazing counter for Noctowl. So I decide to stay in with my Vig. I know I am going to have to use shields, but he will also have to use shields. I do try to overcharge on him, so I'm able to get more body slams out on him and get any extra counters I can with the piggyback method. So there we go, he shields up and I can shield up, and I'll take 1 more body slam to take him down, and I will get to it before him. I was super worried that I was going to overcharge again, so learn from our last match, don't overcharge sometimes. Okay, Vespi Queen. I am not very familiar with this matchup, so I do not switch out because I'm not too sure if my Venomoth can actually take it down. So we'll have to run some sims on that later and see. So he has a load of energy charged up, and I'm going to have to take a few charge moves as I come in now, and I let my Venomoth take the charge moves. He does do a really good switch there, and he comes into his Lantern, but I'm able to get into my Venusaur. He does have charged energy on his Lantern, but I will be able to get a Frenzy Plant before he gets to his... Oh, never mind. He had a lot more energy than I thought, but I do have that Frenzy Plant, and that Frenzy Plant will be able to take it down. So I'm a bit worried at the end here because he does have a lot of stored up energy, but my Venomoth should be able to take a Exeter anyway. So that was 1 win out of 6 battles. So that finishes off our video for today. I hope you guys learned from my failed matchups. What to shield, what not to shield, and let go through. And what counters don't really counter as well as you would think they would counter if you don't have shields. I would like to thank both these trainers. It was amazing. Please like, share, and comment. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow in the next video. Cheers.